Shalom Patreon. I'm out here on a project in Texas doing the things, and it's really hot. And sawdust in my beard. What else is new? It's really hot. I don't know how hot is hot, but it's really hot. I think the forecasted high today is 101, and it's 2:30 in the afternoon. So we're probably not there yet, but we're headed there. Heat exhaustion and heat stroke. I am not a medical professional. I do not play one on the internet. So this is not medical advice. Do not treat it as such. But it's that time of year where you really need to watch out for it. So basic reminders, like stupid basic reminders, the same things that all of y'all have probably heard your entire life. Have a floppy hat. Where's mine? It's out back on the tailgate. Have a floppy hat. Drink lots of fluids, right? If you're getting overheated, get out of the sun, get out of the heat, find a cool spot, get some evaporative cooling going on. If your skin starts to get red and flushed, okay, yeah, you could be headed towards heat exhaustion, disorientation, dehydration. Obviously, if you stop sweating, things are going to get real bad real quick. So you need to pay attention to that kind of stuff. Lightheadedness, dizziness, headaches. I get a band headache that just goes around my head like this, which I'm starting to get now, which is why we're making this video from heat exhaustion. Now, again, I'm not a medical professional, but I've heard it said that something happens to the proteins in your body, or whatever, the trace something blah blah blahs that do something with the proteins, that once you get heat exhaustion or heat stroke, that you're more prone to it after that. I got pretty bad heat exhaustion in South Texas on a project down there, and since then I can't be in the sun for like all day. I have to like take breaks, and that's part of the problem here is there's a whole lot of sun in North Texas, and it is angry today, and most of the places I've been have been right underneath it without any shade. So, avoid the hottest part of the day. This is basically your public service announcement to say, hey, it's hot, take care of yourselves. Have cold water in a cooler with lots of ice, lots of fluids, Gatorade or Powerade or anything like that, which is basically sugar water with some salt in it. You can make your own electrolyte mix, which is basically sugar water with salt in it, and some potassium as well. You can Google that. And again, I'm not the consummate expert on this, so I would encourage you to maybe do a little bit of Googling, spend 15 minutes and go really learn the signs and the symptoms and pay attention to yourself and the other people that you're working with, because I'm like, oh, nausea. That's the other thing. Nausea. I felt like I was gonna hurl a little bit since before lunch, and I still feel that way. So that's clearly indicative, right? And so it's 2:30. Actually, Bob, it's 2:37. Sorry. It's a little past 2:30, and disorientation, side effect. I don't think we're going to be out here much longer today, or at least I'm not. You guys might be familiar with the term LBGs, little brown guys. Yeah, in South Texas, and I mean this adoringly. In South Texas, the guys that worked for me down there, all of our local laborers, they were all American citizens, but they were like predominantly Mexican American descent. Okay, they were all my little brown guys, and they wore, again, I love them to death. I still remember some of their social security numbers from filling out their paperwork every week. And yes, they were legit, okay? But point being, like, I remember their names, how many kids they have, what their wife's name was, where they live, what kind of truck they drive. Like, we were a team. And anyway, they would wear long sleeve cotton shirts and big wide. They would wear the hard hats with the wide brim on it, and then like a sun hat thing that latches onto the hard hat. And I couldn't do it, man. Apparently, it's so that they would sweat through it and get evaporative cooling. I tried it for a week, and I still thought I was going to die from the heat. So I'm just not made for it. I'm supposed to be swinging an axe in like 4 foot of snow right now. That'd be great. I would take 4 foot of snow. I'm rambling. The point is, go learn the symptoms of heat stroke, which is the end result of heat exhaustion. It can cause death. It can cause, it can send you into a coma. You can have muscle atrophy, like all kinds of bad things. So don't, those are extreme cases, but point being, don't mess around with it. Just don't. Go learn what you need to know. Because, yeah, the life you save might be your own. Shalom.